Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Bowls SA live stream. We've got the Sports Centre State Singles here. Battle for the men's semi-final. Craig Mills versus Stuart Forbes. I'm joined here with Andrew Smith. Welcome to the stream again, mate.
Thank you, Isaac. Pleasure to be here on a cool but nice and fine day.
That's it. So we've already played 2 games today, Smithy. We're into the third round, being the semi-finals. They started a final 16. They've played a couple of games on the other greens. This was their first crack on this green, and they've just finished their roll-up, and this is their first end here, the first couple of bowls being played. So we have Craig Mills, the blue stickers on. He's got the purple and green quad bowls, so they'll be flickering down the screen. And we've got Stuart Forbes on screen there with the yellow bowls and red stickers. So watch out for the scoreboard when it eventually comes up. Sticker colour will be related to the scoreboard.
So 4 short bowls for the boys to start with. They've come off another green. Maybe this green is a tad slower, but I'm sure they'll adjust very quickly. Their form in the previous 2 games has been fantastic, so we're expecting a cracker of a contest here.
So Craig Mills' third bowl here. On his backhand, this is the commentary box side. Still running out of steam for this one too, Smithy. 3 short bowls.
Both very experienced players in singles, so can't imagine too many nerves involved. So Stuart from Nuriutpa down on his backhand, running into his own short wood, good enough for shot. Craig looking at angles, possibilities through his own short wood. Probably concerned about playing his forehand with Stuart's bowl short, not wanting to turn them in for another counter.
Looks like it really all happens for him, Smithy, as long as he reaches up on that backhand.
Playing with weight, so hoping for a result through the bowls. He's on to Stuart's short bowl. That's not a good outcome for him.
Yeah, would have, if he got it maybe a little bit more solid, never know, may have had enough speed to get through that shot bowl, but yeah, missing tight was never really a great option, unfortunately. So he's going to see himself 2 shots down. Stuart 2 shots up with the final bowl to be played on this first end.
The bonus bowl, as they're known in the trade. Plenty of room to draw. Close to his own bowl again. Slides through.
So we'll be 2 shots to Stuart Forbes in this semi-final clash.
So Stuart forehand heading back, so has elected to play the western side of the green. And in case you were wondering, these are the state finals.
Run by Bowls SA.
At the wonderful Ascot Park Bowling Club. So a better opening bowl from both players this end. A lovely weighted bowl from Stewart. Jack high just under. Craig dropping short. Just wrestling with the pace a little at the moment. Stewart's bowl losing his third bowl in the ditch, overweighted. Craig corrected on his second, but still just sliding through.
Still holding it, please.
So a count of 1 to Stewart at the moment from our marker Rod. Very reliable. We see him in a lot of finals.
Stewart out on a nice wide track. He's played it very well.
It's a score of 2.
But potentially a bit of a silver platter for someone like Craig Mills, Smithy.
Yes, I'm sure that with 2 backwood, well, it won't be a short draw shot, put it that way. With weight.
On the backhand, it is turning, Smithy.
Oh.
Well, he gets off his front bowl and he gets back to the jack. Puts the jack in the pit.
A little fortuitous.
Yeah, it looks like 2 and might even be 3. We'll have to wait. It's a bit tough to tell from the angle.
Stewie Forbes going for the measure, so that one won't be counting. Ooh, and that one is very, very close. So calling for the measurer, but he a little bit dodgy with the measure heading over the lip of the bank there. So we'll wait for the umpires to come out with probably a string, I'd imagine.
It's a very interesting
Very close.
apparatus, this one.
The decision yet to be identified. We'll wait for Rod to come past. There it is, 1 shot to Craig Mills.
There you go. So it'll be 2-1 in favour of Stuart Forbes. 2 ends played.
Craig's brought the mat up in front of the logo.
We're going to see a third end straight here. Smithy, jack on the tee. or thereabouts.
Different mat placement, however, so first 3 bowls were short, coming in this direction last end. A little bit of a southwesterly blowing, so from the top left of your screen, not now.
Craig Mills still opting for the backhand.
Playing on what should be the narrower hand with the breeze, but not a strong breeze.
Stuart Forbes. Second shot's a good one, getting a bit of jack on the way through. Craig Mills changing hands, not far away here, Smithy. Just sliding through.
A very good response though, a great second wood. Stuart on the backhand again, or his backhand.
Close again, Smithy.
Just sliding through again, so holding one very good shot, 2 good position bowls. I think we'll see Craig on the forehand for the right-hander looking to sit bowl or just trail the jack to his own second wood. Can't imagine playing a great deal of weight with the 2 backwoods against him.
So far so good, Smithy on the forehand. As suggested, just trying to draw this one off.
Just not reaching. You'd be disappointed with that, Craig, but once again an opportunity for Stuart to add. Just needs to drop 15, 18 inches of weight to get another counter, staying on his backhand. Looking good. 2, I think.
Yeah,
Craig surrenders 2, so 2 to Stuart Forbes.
It's a pretty good end from Stuart there. 2 down early and drew the toucher, and it really changed the whole structure of that head. Put Millsy on the back foot. Takes him now out to 4 shots. Craig 1.
So we're playing the first to 21.
That's correct.
The winner winning the right to play in the state singles final. Stuart a little short with his first. Craig follows suit. So both players haven't quite nailed the weight as yet.
Both players, Smithy also opting for different sides of the rink as well. Potentially it could have been that Stewart did drop his first one short, so Craig felt the need to change early.
Certainly a good line here, and has corrected the weight very well, so probably his best draw shot to date. Stewie changing hands. Pretty good weight, just under the line. Oh, just short. But subject to Craig's next bowl, gives him options.
Just needs to be underneath Smithy, and he's close. Speed was really nice. Unfortunately, just crashing on his own short bowl.
Would be interesting to know and that's a 1 or 2 count. Doesn't really change Stewart's options, just reaching on the backhand. Looks a good effort, just holding out past the shot bowl. Probably played a tad more weight than he may have wanted to or needed to.
So Craig on the forehand again.
Just needs to clear the front stuff and we'll count. Ooh, close.
Yeah, he's probably done enough, Smithy, as his sort of back flopped and Stewart's flopped the conventional way. You have to think it's 2 shots.
2 it is.
So
3-4, so both players away.
That's it. Forehands played. First to 21. Sports Centre State Singles semi-final, which Smithy, as we speak through this game, we've also got the other men's semi-final going on. Josh Porker from Karoonda up against Cole Watkins from Hawthorn. And the ladies are also playing off in their semi-final next door. We've got Rachel Krebex from Adelaide Bowling Club up against Unami Moffat from Brighton. We've also got Kelly Paul from Moonta up against Tiffany Matulik from Salisbury. So the winners of that we will stream later today, Smithy. Most probably, well, I'd say almost definitely under lights.
Any more cloud cover, we may need them on before the end of this game.
So Craig, just running through on this attempt, has found himself just a little bit short so far. 4 ends in and quite a few of his bowls pulling up 2 or 3 foot short, so just trying to make sure he reaches, I'm sure. Stewart following his first one down. Gonna crash on Craig's last attempt. It was probably already shot, so not the end of the world.
Craig out on the wider hand now, just underweight probably. Line was good. Stewart changing his hand. Forehand, he's following it, but just going under the line. Good miss, didn't want to turn Craig's bowl in for another counter. Craig staying on the wider hand, looking just to clear his own bowl for another counter. Out on a very good line here. Well played.
Yeah, very good lawn bowl there from Craig Mills.
Stewart thinking hard on his way back. There might be an option to attack on the backhand. Either that or he has to play a very good draw shot on the forehand just to clear the front wood. Staying on the forehand, backing himself to draw the shot. Very good weight for a little trail, but under the line again. So 2 to Craig Mills. Leads 5-4.
That's correct, Smithy. 5 ends played now. If you are tuning in and you are enjoying this stream, please let us know in the comments.
Craig just running through a little there. The wind swung a little bit more southerly, so they're now going with the wind in this direction. So Stewart a very loose bowl with his first. Craig an overcorrection. So that wind change may have impacted a little. Stewart changes hands and plays a good shot. Craig changing hands also. Both concerned with the short wood leading in. And this looks very good weight.
Yeah, it's a great bowl from Craig Mills, but it's tough to leave it jack high. Stewart just probably looking to play something very similar. Smithy gets a little toucher here. He's very, very good. It's going to make it very tricky. Will it hang on for the bowl?
He sat the bowl, but not sure.
Yeah, hangs on for the bowl, but just didn't quite get it fat enough to stick around. As you said, Smithy, it's always a little tough from the camera angles. Well, Craig Mills, uncharacteristic like, but has left quite a few bowls short so far in this game, Smithy.
Yes, unlike actually both players haven't quite reached the form we've seen in their previous 2 games today. This is an excellent shot from Stewart. Sideways on the no, maybe too far down the line. Might only be 1 shot.
A little bit sideways, like you alluded to, Smithy. Would have been very, very handy. He's got a little bit too good almost. So there's been 1 shot to Stewart, takes him to 5, so they're all tied up after 6 ends.
So 5 all. Great start here from Stuart Forbes. Interestingly, well, generally I found once one player plays a good first ball, the other one follows. With Craig attacking straight away.
Will it turn? Whoa. Just missing wide. First proper upshot we've probably seen so far, Smithy. We saw a little bit of a tickle from Millsy earlier in the game.
Should be looking to turn the jack away from the jack high bowl. Played a good shot, but still a good shot. Attacking again.
That's correct. Mills on the forehand, playing speed again. Closer this attempt. Removes the bowl.
So, still 2 down. There's a toucher in the ditch. Admittedly, it's a very long way away. So Stewart with plenty of room to add. I'm sure we'll have Craig back on the draw after this bowl, which is another very good draw shot. Front toucher. Bit unlucky it fell against the bias, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see speed again from Craig, Smithy?
I would doubt that. But I'm in here and he's out there. My best guess is yes, we're seeing speed again. Kills the end, danger gone.
That's it. Very well played, Craig Mills. Had 2 pretty good drives to start the end off. Stuart Forbes with a front toucher and Craig Mills just going back with more speed, killing the end.
Great confidence in his drive there. Had he missed, still had a lot of room for second wood, although I'm sure Stuart would have drawn another close bowl. All immaterial. We're having some requests for scores from other ranks. We're just endeavouring to get the correct positioning of the names on the board so that we can continually update you with that. Good opening bowl from Stuart Forbes.
A pretty good start there from both players.
down well again. Good weight. Seems to have found his weight all of a sudden. His last 4 or 5 draw shots have been excellent. Didn't seem to like that when he let it go, Craig. We'll see what happens. He just got a little high on his line. Forbes down on the backhand again, just overweight a little this time. It sits the bowl, makes the head much better. So both Jack and Bowl online now.
And it looks like it's going to put Craig on the forehand here. Option for a toucher here, Smithy, if he gets it right. Both his bowls are in great home. Can sit the bowl.
Doesn't need to sit anything, just drew the shot cold.
Situation, please, Rob. Thank you. How far, Craig? Stop.
Stewart also the opportunity for a toucher, not too far away.
He's played a good shot. I don't think he's going to get a result. He needed 2 feet more weight probably to get to the jack. Could have trailed it for a score of 3, but leaves Craig with a shot and 1 to come.
On the forehand again, nice wide line. Just looking still to draw.
There's danger on the backhand for him if he was overweight and trailed, but yeah, couldn't give the shot away that hand. Happy with 1.
That's it. So it'll take him to 6 shots. Stewart Forbes still on 5.
So, scores on the other rinks. Early days, but in the other men's semi-final, Cole Watkins is 8, leading Josh Porker 3, Rachel Krebix 12, leading Marnie Moffat 7, and Tiffany Machulik leading Kylie Paul 10.
To 5. Craig Mills' first one there, just maybe a touch short, was coming home.
Jack sitting right in the middle of the mighty Ascot Park Lions logo. Just dropping short.
So Craig looking to correct, just needs to add probably another foot, if that.
A good shot, still just that tad short. And a great correction from Stewart. Takes the danger completely away by trailing the jack down the line. Forces Craig onto the other hand. So following him down. Made a good shot, probably just overweight. So a little bit of a chance here for Stewart to make this head more secure. Very smooth left-handed style.
Yeah, not too far away here, Smithy.
Doesn't really want to slice the jack and doesn't. Two good shots there. So will we see aggression again?
Stay down.
Signing up to make the correction on his last, 1 yard off. We'll put him horribly close to drawing the shot. Looks good. He's good. Can't tell though.
Yeah, very, very close. We'll see if we can see if Rob the marker has.
Holding one.
There we go, holding one, Stuart Forbes. So Craig's last one just not quite enough to get the shot. Stuart not far away again here. Just going to run out of steam. Doesn't want to touch Craig's.
Oh, any touch on his own bowl may have laid Craig's bowl down. Craig having a good look. May not be agreeing with Rob's call. Still looking. Not looking anymore. Has surrendered a shot.
So after 8 ends, we're still tied up, Smithy, 6-all. So Stuart Forbes getting end number 9 underway with a very good start.
Really think he has found the weight a little better than Craig at this point. Score still level, of course, but
No degree, Smithy. He's probably been just that touch more consistent in terms of speed.
Craig leaving that one 3 feet short or so. Good weight again here from Stewart. Really starting to get some consistency with that. Pulled up a little earlier than I thought it might. Change of hands with Craig. Sorry, not a change of hands with Craig. Unfortunately, not a change of weight either. Disappointing. There's a little bit of drop in the temperature here, and the sun's.
I think Smithy will probably just start to get just a touch slower as each end and each game sort of progresses. We've got a stream to come after this with the final. So, got pretty dewy even yesterday, sort of by 4:30, starting to get a bit of moisture on the greens.
Yes, I definitely think they'll pull back in speed. They tend not to pull back in line, so with a combination of those two, the green will effectively feel slower than it probably is. Still have to take a similar line, but push harder. Craig seems to have gone quite high with this shot. So this is probably the first chance to see a real multiple. I'm sure Stewart will add another.
Just doesn't want to hang anything too wide of his pack of 3 currently. We know Craig can play speed and he's very good at it too, so Important to keep it pretty tidy. He will.
Doesn't get much tidier than that, so either way, opportunities for Craig to sit either one of the bowls, sit the last bowl on the backhand he's been playing, or perhaps play a little bit more weight, looking to contact the third shot of Stewart's just out there on the left, just a tad short, and get a bit of a run through off that, but nothing behind, so unless it's a perfect contact. Staying backhand, looking to sit the last bowl.
Can definitely afford to just reach here as well, Smithy. Jack high bowls.
Turning early.
Yeah, did just turn a touch early. So, as you said earlier, Smithy, it could be the opportunity for a number, and it will be 4 shots. Stuart Forbes, which you'll see him hit double figures first, out to 10.
And yeah, Stuart rewarded for more consistent line and length.
Stuart also opting for this commentary box side, Smithy, the last few ends. He started the game on the clubhouse side, and now on the commentary box side and playing it very well. Fortunately, just a couple of foot short there. Line's good.
In our other men's semi-final, we've seen Cole Watkins sneak out to a 14 shots to 4 lead. A better first bowl from Craig here. Good response to the drop of 4.
So Stuart looking at his 3 feet here. Line was good. Not quite. Yeah, good follow up here from Craig Mills.
So there we go. Roll reversal.
Track looks all right this attempt.
Needs to clear.
Very well played from Stuart Forbes. Clearing the front. Just sneaking past. Should be shot. Rob the marker indicating it is a measure for shot.
I think that will bring Craig down to the head to form his own opinion. If he needs to, if he contacts one of his own bowls, he will know who is shot, and it will be him. So 1 to Craig after that, just turning his own shot bowl. Forehand trail, a foot or 2 is what Stuart will be playing.
Following with a bit of interest here. Needs to be underneath, and he's close.
He has played.
What a shot.
The perfect shot.
What an absolute bomb there from Stuart Forbes. Probably only the 1 shot down, but to sneak under that and get the trail, absolutely brilliant.
Now, 2 options here for Craig. He can, with 3 thirds, attack hard through his own bowls with a view to taking one or both of Stuart's bowls with a bit of reaction there, or he will be attempting to draw on the forehand. he has chosen. Where is he?
Looks to be more or less draw speed here, Smithy. Track's pretty good. Does it have enough? Not going to be enough for shot.
Perfect line there. And there's certainly one shot to Stewart, looking to measure for two.
We saw on that measure there, no real touch on Craig's bowl as Stewart measured, so it will be two shots to Stewart. Takes him out now to 12. Craig 6. 10 ends played.
And interesting, Stewart's won only 4 of the 10. Sorry, 5 of the 10. But leads 12-6 with multiples involved. Just had a bit of an issue in the scorecard here between Isaac and myself. So he's actually won 6 of the 10. Hope nobody was filling out a scorecard at home. The ladies semi-finals, Rachel Krepek's out to a 15 shots to 8 lead against Marnie Moffat. Kulik a 17-10 lead against Kylie Paul.
Very well played, Stuart Forbes.
Really playing nice weight now. Craig having a look. The lights are on at Ascot Park. Lighting recently replaced here at Ascot, and they are very efficient and good to play under, so we'll be looking forward to quality final or finals a little later when they get started, probably around the 5:30 mark.
I think you'd be correct, mate. Yes.
Great attempt here from Craig. Just one more roll.
Yeah, unfortunately been a bit of the tale of Smithy's game. I mean, Millsy's game so far, Smithy, just falling short on too many occasions.
Very much a part of Smithy's game, falling short.
So Stewart on his forehand. Just needs to clear that front one of Craig's. He's done so, but just lacking a bit of speed. Still a pretty tough shot here for Craig anyway. He's probably still on the forehand, which would be the commentary box side, so the angle, that left-hand side of your screen.
Yes, you'd think he'd be just looking to work off his own bowl.
Can't even, you know, give the front one a turn. He probably doesn't quite get back off that side one.
Thanks to Carly Mitchell, and my apologies to Kelly Paul and all from the York Peninsula and who are supporting her.
You did wing that too, Smithy. I've got their last names listed and you run with first names.
Well, it started with a K.
Yeah. In the area. All right. Craig. He's got the hoodie back on.
It's cooling down rapidly. I do have an additional 2 jackets waiting for the final. Firing up. Craig looking to attack. Hoping to get through the front bowls onto the 2 counters.
Forehand quick. Whoa, he's...
I think he's made shot.
It's tough to tell from here. So we're in a tent and can't see through the walls.
Not sure there was a toucher. No.
Very nice replay there. We'll have to wait for Rob. So it was 1 shot to Craig.
Quick and thin, if Nathan Black's listening. A little commentary we had earlier in Craig's previous game. It was a very good result. He had feather off the shortest bowl on the green to get that outcome. So a couple of good outcomes with his up shots. And has now immediately changed the length. Short to the middle. Brings up that magnificent Bowls SA logo into picture.
Perfect placement. Craig just a touch quick on his first attempt here. Line's very good. Definitely the shortest length end we've seen so far, Smithy. Be interesting who can get on this jack first.
Well, it's a good opening bowl. Just underweight. Second bowl, the change not suiting him. Both players struggling a little with the change. Stewart holding shot. Quick to deliver that bowl. Knew what he needed to do. So good third bowl from Craig. Takes the pressure off him for the end. And it is a great response.
Yeah, very good from Stuart Forbes. Hard to tell if he's holding shot.
Rob indicating red was holding shot. Craig suggested he should put the blue paddle up. Closest one always wins in this game.
So Craig now on the backhand. Little toucher here, he's 3. Will it turn back? He's dead drawn it.
He's drawn that shot cold. It's a magnificent bowl. Little hand pump or fist pump as he came past the tent, understanding the importance just at the moment not to let Stewart get any further away. Interesting options here for Stewart. He can play the hand that Craig's just played, which if he just touches the jack and the bowl could drop 2, or he could have played a little backhand reacher. Either shot has positives and negatives about it, so he's looking just to play flat weight on the forehand and not reaching. So thought he may have just looked at the backhand to get onto his own and with a split.
Yeah, maybe just the only concern, I guess, Smithy was making it worse than 1 down. If he did poke the jack through, I mean, it's probably unlikely on that hand, but either way, Craig has collected 1 shot, which takes him to 8, as we see on our screens here. The path of which these gentlemen have got to this point in time, we see on the right is the stream between Craig Mills and Stuart Forbes. We see the path they've taken to get here. Stuart obviously taking on Nathan Lee in the first game and then Gary Thompson in the second.
That was a very, very good game early, but Stuart, as he has in this game a little bit, finally with consistency got through.
That's it, and down below as well we've got we've got the women's now also playing, as we see those 4 semi-finalists and the pathway they've got to get to where they are. If you do want to see more of this, head over back to our Facebook page. We did post it earlier today, the final 16, and we've updated it in the comments as this day has progressed. So if you are enjoying it, go get around that one. So Craig on the forehand again. Doesn't need to change too much on his first attempt. It's pretty well played as we see another short end. Craig obviously rolling a short end for the first time for this game in the previous end. Following it up again for this one, end 13. Whoa, Stewart underneath, collecting a little bit of jack, but not going to be enough. Still probably 1 shot down. Very, very good from Craig Mills. Just sliding past the jack. Should be holding 2 shots. And Stewart probably under pressure for probably close to the first time so far this game. Great view here. Really what the players see when they're standing on the mat. Can Craig get to this inside yellow and then back flop to the jack? He has, and he's done it. He's played it very, very well. Stuart Forbes. Wow, what an attempt. Turns a little more and gets a bit more of that bowl in the centre, and he probably sticks around and holds the shot. Turns a little bit further than that, and he halves the jack towards his yellow bowls. There will be one shot to Craig Mills. Very, very well played. Takes him now to 9 shots. Stuart 12, 13 ends played. Craig now won the last 3 ends in a row. Stuart actually winning the previous 3 ends in a row as well, including a 4. And I see another short end here. On the forehand, maybe just running out of steam. Unfortunately, leaving that one about 3 foot short. Nathan Back just lurking in the background there. Forbes getting a tiny bit of jack on the way through. Change of hands here for Craig. Still just pulling up short of the jack. So Stuart changing hands, just sliding through again. Another change of hands here for Craig. Really thrown it out. It's turning back a long way, and he's played it very, very well. Speed has finally gone right for him on this end. A couple of short ones. Third one absolutely nailed. Nothing past the head though here, Smithy. What do you reckon? Does he go for cover? Does he try and take the shot away? Just add to it?
Well, could just play a little bit of perhaps turn his own shot bowl past the jack to take the jack bowl scenario away, or pass it and sit on the yellows.
It's like he's playing his own speed, maybe trying to just remove any of the danger of the backwood.
Yes, I think he was driving at the 3 Forbes bowls.
Pulling it tight, getting the jack and taking any of the danger away as it is, Smithy.
No danger now, and we'll never know.
So the 14th end, that's the second dead end we've had.
Yep, holding 2 there, probably not what I would have played, but it's it's certainly a tactic that's used at high levels in our sport to drive out the backwood, especially when they are in a bunch as Stewart's 3 bowls were there. And we are really at bare minimum now. So minimum length 23.1 metres.
So Craig falling short once again here. Looks far better this attempt.
Comment there from Max Kleinick. He was a supporter of Craig's shot in the last in. Good correction from Craig though, and good weight, and then yes, overs and unders for Stewart. So the tactic of the short to the middle has worked for Millsy in that Stewart's weight was beautiful earlier, and he's just struggling all of a sudden now. The score's tied up to 12-9, and Craig's played 2 very good shots there.
Yeah, tough one here for Stewart. Still room to draw and still room to get back to the jack.
But overcorrected again, so over, under, over. No line to the jack with big weight. I think Craig will try to just sit a bowl somewhere between Stewart's last bowl and the jack just to count. Changing hands, so the additional option of turning his second wood past the head.
And no real risk of leaving something jack high that Stewart can work off.
So another well-weighted bowls counting. Stewart no shot on his forehand, so he'll be playing backhand again.
So just looking to arrive here, Stewart, he's pinched his line though.
He chose a very hard shot there.
Nailed his line on the first 3 attempts on that end. It's a change of hand and a completely different line, and he's unfortunately pinched it. So Craig's going to take the full count of 4, which will put him in front here, Smithy, for the first time in quite a long time, actually. 6 or 7 ends now. Of course, we're playing the Sports Centre State Singles, so you see on your screen here, nice little bit of work from Sports Centre. If you do, or are in the market, I should say, for some bowls uniform or any kind of apparel, Sports Centre's the place to get it.
So back to the action. Another good opening bowl from Craig Mills. So roles have reversed. Craig now playing good weight on these short ends, and Stewart struggling a little. Sun's heading down. He's removed the sunnies as the lights Won't really take effect until we get into good darkness. Sits the shot bowl. Good shot.
Definitely the last few ends, Smithy. Stewart seemed to really made an attempt for his first bowl to be passed, or there or past, I should say. Craig maybe just a little bit the opposite. His first one has been a little bit short. Of course, this one played it very well.
He finished his line with this one, but weight good again. Passes the front wood for third wood, but Craig will be looking to correct and sit the shot bowl or trail the jack to his second wood behind.
Gets a bit of his bowl up the front. Looks pretty ugly after it did get some touch on that.
Has Stewart surrounded though. Needs to just find a way past those front bowls. Needs another one on the head. Coming home now, but will he get past that short bowl of Craig's? No. So options here for Craig. He may have at least 2 seconds.
He's probably done nearly enough to get himself out of too much trouble here, though, Smithy, from Stuart Forbes. He was a little bit short, and he may still be at risk of dropping 3 or maybe 4. He does have last bowl, of course. It does give him an option just to turn that bowl once, and he probably makes it shot. So, yeah, probably done just enough.
So we have our first semi-final winner, Tiffany Machulik from the Salisbury Club through against Kelly Paul from Moonta. 21-13 the final score there. Cole Watkins leading Josh Porker 18-13. Rachel Krepitz leading Marnie Moffat 17-15.
So Craig on the backhand looking to sit the shot bowl of Stewart's out. Can make it off the front.
Got the jack clean. So a good shot. 2 shots. Plenty of room for second wood. A bit tougher to get shot, but I think Stewart will be looking out on the forehand. Out on the lefty's forehand. Wrong again. So plenty of room for second. He's made that.
Yeah, not too far away. He just needs to flop, and he goes pretty close, doesn't he?
Can't pick it from here. Not good enough. So another shot to Craig.
Extending his lead out now to 14, or 2 shots, I should say, on to 14 shots total. Stewart 12, and that's 5 ends on the trot for Craig Mills, playing this minimum length. Matt all the way back, and Jack on the 21-metre mark.
Yes, he was certainly in a bit of trouble the way Stewart was playing on the longer length ends, and important thing is to make a change once you get the opportunity, and Craig's done that, forced his way back in front. And a good starter again. Sliding by, but
Pretty good start and reply from Stewart. Brilliant from Craig Mills. Still so short. So it forces a change of hands here for Forbes. Will it turn enough to the jack?
Oh, just gets a feather on the jack and slides through, but at least he's got the jack out from a direct line before Craig's bowl. We'll give him another, or a better look. Just leaving it short, so a good opportunity here for Stewart to sit the Mills shot bowl or trail the jack a foot or so.
Yeah, probably, and forces him onto the other hand again. Same bowl as the first though here, Smithy. He's very, very close. Got a bit more speed.
And so, yep, played it solid. Was more looking for the bowl at that speed than the jack. Sit the bowl for 3. Provides him with another option though. He's got the Bacchus bowl, so he can play that speed again or more. If Craig doesn't cover, he's probably looking just to get outside Stewart's outside closest bowl to count. Looks to have played this just under weight. Provides a little bit of disturbance or disruption for Stewart's line to the jack, but a perfect weighted bowl will still see the jack 6 inches to a foot. Is all he needs to trail it to make 3. Don't think he can play the same weight to sit the bowl.
Yeah, I think you're right, Smithy. It's probably a bit more of a finesse here. Just trying to draw it off for a little trail would be very, very handy. Could get 3 shots if he gets it right.
Just played a little high. Weight would have been spot on. Now, not sure. We'll be sure in a minute. 2 shots. I wasn't sure whether that front bowl of Craig's was counting, but
Takes him out to 16. And 6 ends in a row for Craig. 16 ends played. And as you see on your screen there, first to 21. It's a good start.
he's really, his first bowl's been very consistent at this length.
Great response from Stuart Forbes. Flops in, it's probably, that would be the shot.
Staying on his forehand. Just a little bit of weight behind with that one, so opportunity for Stewart to consolidate. Hasn't had that for a few ends.
There's the front, he's not too far away.
A little touch there has helped. I think he's in the count. Rob confirms. Good thing these short ends to the middle. Isaac, we can actually see the head
It's true.
rather than just the TV screen. So
Brilliant from Stuart Forbes.
but I would call it a good bad bowl.
Yeah.
Or a bad good bowl or something. I think
Yep.
there'll be no shortage of weight to this.
Craig probably can't get all 3 bowls here, Smithy, but sure he'd probably just be looking to arrive, sit one of those bowls or get the jack.
High, so he's left 2 behind.
So a bit of a free hit here for Stuart.
Well, he'll just be pleased to stop the run. 6 ends on the trot to Craig Mills, so beats the outside bowl. He'll be very close to a 3rd. Three shots.
Very well played, Stuart Forbes. 4 very good lawn bowls there. A little bit of risk on his 3rd one, but it will be 3 shots, which finally gets him off that 12.
And one thing I can guarantee is it won't be short to the middle.
Yeah, looks like we're going to see a longer end, as almost as close as you can get from maximum. The mat up, probably maybe a mat and a half there, Smithy. Maybe a metre from the tee to the front of the mat. Jack on the tee.
Yep. So this will be an immediate change of rhythm for both players, and probably at this point at 16-15, whoever can nail it. That's a very good shot. Just dropping short. Can't pick it on the vision. Change of hands straight away for Stuart, avoiding the danger of the bowl on the run in from Craig. Oh, disappointing for Stuart there. Craig also changing hands. Interesting. He had his own on the run in. Maybe just going to back himself flat weight, draw the shot on the wider hand. The wind's dropped away, or the breeze has dropped away to almost nothing now. Still a little bit under the line. He's played better weight. Just a matter of what contact he gets is a positive one for him. Very unhappy with that shot, Craig, as he arrived at the head. Great opportunity to touch her for 3. tighten up the head here, and the pressure's back on Craig.
Yeah, definitely agree with your thoughts here, Smithy. Doesn't look too far away to do just that.
Not sure how far he wants to touch it, but that's still a good outcome. 2, I think. Probably forces Craig to change hands on the draw.
So no balls left this end. Can Craig turn enough to the jack? Trying. Oh, is it going to be enough? It doesn't quite look like it will be.
You certainly still wonder, Stuart. Camera angles very deceiving, but conceded 2.
So another lead change here, Smithy. 2 shots to Stuart Forbes takes him to 17. Craig 16, and Stuart with 2 ends in a row.
As expected, heading long again. Jack back on the tee.
Stuart, commentary box side. Needs to hurry a lot. Probably forces Craig onto that hand, whether he wanted to play it or not. He's played it pretty well. A little bit of jack.
Very good start. Meanwhile, in the other remaining semi-finals, Josh Porker has fought his way back to lead Cole Watkins, 1918. And Marnie Moffat has fought her way back to lead Rachel Krebix, 1918. So a couple of great finals going on over there, as well as an excellent tight game here.
The women's semis are probably 3 or 4, probably 4 ends at least, if not 5 actually, ends ahead of us in the men's, Smithy. They did start a touch earlier. We get the sun poking its head out for the first time in the last 4 hours.
Yes, the sun's just poked its way through, and currently I'm blinded. But I can still see the TV screen, and well enough to see Craig's just slid past. So holding one.
So Forbes playing with speed here, up the middle. Wow, what a shot. Peels Craig's shot bowl out. Holding 2 shots currently, Craig with 1 bowl to come.
So plenty of room to draw, but probably an area of a metre in which he can get the shot between Stuart's 2 counters, but which is a very long end.
On a very good track.
And he's done it comfortably.
Well played, Craig Mills.
Correct.
2 shots down.
Corrected on his third bowl very, very well there. So, tied up.
That's correct, mate. All tied up again. 17 all, 19 ends played. First to 21.
You weren't going to.
So, predictably, the map back. But Jack struggling to reach the distance. So, Rob returns that.
Probably a good metre shorter for the line there. Probably a metre and some, to be fair. So we'll go back and Stuart will roll it. Looking like another ditch to ditcher.
So, at 17 all, the maximum count for either player gets them over the line. Seen 2 of those during the course of the game, so it's possible. Particularly if you play 4 bad bowls, Isaac. And I'm sure that Craig's not happy with that first one. Short of where, well short as an opener. Stewart sliding past. Craig overcorrecting. Will he sit the back? Oh, no, slides past that as well. So nothing challenging the Jack to date on this end. Stuart watching that one with interest. Is it better weight? Marginally, but certainly good enough to be shot.
Yeah, better than attempt 1, but just, yeah, maybe just a touch quick still. Craig following this one with a bit of interest. Very, very close here.
He did say this is my best one as he walked past, and pretty accurate there.
That last ball in front of Jack. Thank you.
So Stuart on his forehand. We see there speed suggesting he was trying to get some jack or bowl movement on the way through. Pinching his line substantially, I should say.
It's a big word. But yes, he has, when he's gone to play little swinging weight, he has missed his line on most occasions. So a chance for Craig to draw another. The 2 back bowls remain for Stuart, so won't really matter if he's 1 or 2 down. He can try and make the correction and play that shot again.
The track was pretty similar, Smithy, just quick, but it's going into the ditch.
So Stuart can play with confidence. He's not going to drop more than a shot here. Potential to make 3.
So Stewart on the forehand.
Our other men's semi-final has just concluded. Cole Watkins from Hawthorn making the final, defeating Josh Parker from Karoonda, 21-19.
Stuart Forbes, is he going to turn enough? Not quite. Be one more shot to Craig Mills, taking the lead now. 20 ends played. 18-17.
All in the other ladies' semi-final. Rachel and Marnie.
So minimum length end here. Craig getting the jack roll right. And just 3 shots away from making state singles final. It's a good start.
Good opener. This run from Stewart's very, very good also. Just past the shot, but good opening bowl. Dropping short, probably in Stewart's line. I'd imagine he will go over to the backhand.
Correct guess, Smithy. He's, wow, very close. I thought he had just a touch more of speed there to get the jack.
Guess. Good setup for Stewart, so ideal result for Craig is just pass the 2 short close bowls and sit behind, or even touch Stewart's last bowl to take the plant option away. And he's just gone under, so good opportunity from Stewart. Oh, that fell into his line. He had a good shot on to sit his own bowl to plant Craig Mills' bowl out of the head, so maybe he'll look, wait on the forehand. Oh, he's going to back himself to draw the shot. Can't see a thing. Well, he got the plant, but he wasn't able to get the weight that was going to deliver him the result he needed. Very good seconds.
So Craig looking to draw on the forehand. Track's very, very good. Does it have the speed?
So it hasn't arrived.
Still lacking speed, unfortunately.
Well, he's got a lot of options, lot of chances here on with a forehand weighted shot. If he gets, Craig has not got a bowl behind. If he can middle that shot bowl, it goes out clean. But even offline, there's options for him with weight on the forehand. I'm sure that's what he'll be playing.
You're saying weight on the forehand, Smithy's just trying to get that bowl out as opposed to repeating the dosage he tried on his last, which was the plant through the yellow.
I don't think the plant through the yellow is really on. Having said that, no doubt that's what he'll play. No, He's listening to his commentary skipper here in the back blocks.
So it will be forehand weight. On its way, will it clear?
Ooh. He nearly cleaned out all of his own bowls in the end, but still,
Yeah.
so no damage done.
Well,
I don't think there's any damage done. I think there's only one. The measure's coming out.
yeah, it didn't look like there was that much risk involved in that shot, Smithy, but the way the dust settled here, it does look a little bit worrying. Don't think it'll be game over, but we'll wait and see what happens with the measure.
So it did cost him an extra shot, I think. Wait for Marker Rob. Nope, one only.
So one shot again to Craig Mills, which takes him now to 19 shots.
I don't know if
when mine comes, a back one come out and landed on your back one.
Yeah.
That's clear. Out more pace, would have rolled it up.
Yeah, it definitely would have been 2 or 3.
Short in the middle we go.
Craig just throwing a touch longer than what he has after throwing that one short.
So about a 23 metre length.
It's a pretty good start here, isn't it, Smithy?
Exactly what you want when you're sitting on 19. Exactly what you want at any time, probably. Yes, we're right down to the nuts and bolts at the moment. Stewie's reply is very good as well. Unlucky to a degree, just the wrong side of Craig's bowl.
Craig Mills, very, very good.
2 great shots to start with. And the other ladies' semi-final. See, Jeff Krebix is watching. Fortunately, Jeff Marnie has just got over the line to defeat Rachel 21-19. Not unfortunate for Marnie, of course. So Craig looking at wider line here, probably looking to cover the bowl onto Jack. It has dropped the ball short, so that option remains for Stewart if he wants to play it. He's lining up on the forehand again.
Missing wide, but a little bit of risk now for Craig at that sort of corner.
Well, Craig's holding game, it's probably no option to get past Stewart's third wood at least, if not further.
Yeah, agree, mate. Further back's maybe just the better option. Really means Stewart has to play the perfect weight. He's played it very well, actually. Very, very good spot.
game down. I think I'd be looking to destroy rather than to play finesse. It's live to fight another day if you kill the end.
Looks like we're going to see a bit more speed here, Smithy. Watching with interest, needs to turn. Doesn't do so, which means Craig Mills will collect the 2 shots, which will take him to 21 and will progress through to the final later today. It's a very good game in the end, Smithy. Craig maybe didn't quite have it early, but he just had that very, very good patch in the middle. 6 ends on the trot there, and it really just sort of broke the game away in those short ends.
Well, yeah, tactically he needed to make a change as soon as he got the mat. He made that change and he took control of the speed of the green. Many more bowls on the head, and yeah, just a good performance, a performance from Craig that you would expect with his experience. He's well celebrated singles player, and now he's reached another big singles final. So we look forward to the next game.
That's it, Smithy, and that will conclude this stream, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for tuning in. We will be back shortly, probably about 15-20 minutes. We will have the women's final, and we look forward to joining you then.